Welcome to Sentinel Wayfarer. If you've come to tell me about the docks, rest assured, I already know. I regret that you visit during such times. But perhaps your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you can help us fight the Withered Hand. Necromancers, led by Uafa and Alisan, the sons of the man named Satura I defeated many moons ago. The problem is the dead they raise. There is no greater dishonor in Alakir than striking our ancestors. My soldiers will not fight the undead. Absolutely. I need someone from the outside to help in this fight. I've had to send my own son, Prince Azar, to investigate, but he needs help. If your offer is genuine, then go speak to General Thoda. He is at home, but we need his counsel. General Thoda is a trusted advisor and a good friend. He has heard the rumors about the Withered Hand, and he can help us. Tell no one else, though. People remember Satura, and hearing his sons have returned could cause a panic. It's quite a tale, and I can... It was the Ashaba who saved us. They had the thankless task of fighting the undead. The Ashaba. Where do I begin? They walk among us, but only in shadows. People believe they are cursed. They are dishonored warriors, bound by the sacred oath of their forefathers. They must fight the dead when called upon to do so. I have not called on them. I've even disregarded their warnings. You must understand. The common people despise them. To call on them again might cost me the crown. That is why I must rely on you, Wayfarer. Yes. The greatest threat the Alakir faced from the undead was in the First Era, when the Okudan rulers were still establishing a foothold here. That was when the Ansei wards were created. They are our greatest hope, for no matter how great a threat the Withered Hand may pose, they cannot even compare to the necromancers of the First Era. The wards contain the spirits of 3 Ansei heroes who sacrificed themselves to protect us. They uphold the covenant with the Divines. As long as we consecrate the dead in the name of Tuaka, they cannot be raised by even the most powerful necromancy. Thus, the Withered Hand can only raise corpses that have not been consecrated. It's quite a tale, and I cannot do it justice now. But the battle against Satura was the most difficult of my life, both in military and political terms. It was the Ashaba who saved us. They had the thankless task of fighting the undead.
So after 3 months of wasting time in our care, and 3 long days at sea, I finally return home. My chair, my wine, my wife, all here. Please tell me you haven't come here to disturb me. No! You realize what this means. Not one moment of relaxation, not one. And damn it, I thought this talk about the withered hand was just rumor. Are you sure this is true? The Sentinel docks? The nerve. But it sounds like something those motherless dogs would do. I tell you, Uwafa and Alasan might just be more dangerous than their father. Uwafa and Alasan are the sons of that old bastard Satura. They're calling themselves the Withered Hand as a fear tactic. I knew them when they were boys. They're the same age as Prince Azar. Speaking of whom, we should inform him as well. Exactly. He knows more about this business than I do. That's for sure. If you'll go round up the prince, I'll have to find some way to explain to my wife why I'm leaving again. Then we can all meet at the palace. My guess is that he's with the girls at his seraglio by the north wall. I know what you're thinking, but it's not because the prince is some kind of ladies' man. The girls help him gather information. Perhaps he'll already know what's happened. My hope is that Prince Azar might have a lead on where Uwafa and Alasan have set up their headquarters, or better yet, what they're planning next. Regardless, these are things we should discuss at the palace. We all do. Satura was one of the king's viziers, kept his little hobby a secret. Then one day the king came to meet his viziers and found them all dead. The real surprise was when Satura ordered their corpses to attack. That's how it started. I tried to train them in swordplay. Uwafa and Alasan along with Prince Azar. Those two had no interest, though. He hated them, and they hated him right back.
I thought it would be so glamorous to be married to the king's favorite general. I was wrong, though. It is not glamorous. It is just lonely.
I should have tried to stop them. I'm sorry. So sorry. What have I done? It was a nightmare. These savage men burst into the seraglio. They struck down the guards and even sweet little Rohiba. And then they took the prince. Please, would you go after them? You have to. No, yet another way in which I failed. I should have followed them out into the street. I'm such a fool. Maybe someone else out there saw them. Maybe they can tell you which way those men took the prince.
The prince. Someone help. They took him?
That way. They went that way.
They took the prince. Down the path. Hurry!
I saw them. They went north, toward the cliffs. A guard chased them.
I tried, but they got me with their evil magic. They took the prince. Down there. I think it leads out of the city. Please, go stop them.
don't recognize you, but under the circumstances, I'm certainly glad to make your acquaintance. You will be well rewarded for assisting me. I can promise that much. Ah, so you do know who I am, then? Did my father put you up to this? Is he keeping tabs on me? Well, I shouldn't be so accusatory. If he was tracking me, then I guess that turned out to be extremely fortunate. I don't wish to seem ungrateful, but you should know that kidnapping me was just a distraction. The Withered Hand, they've been planning this for years. If only we had heard the rumors sooner. At this point, I don't think we can stop them. From tunneling into the impervious vault, this tunnel was just one of their attempts. It's a brilliant plan, really. The gates of the vault have been magically sealed for centuries, but underneath, the vault's apparently not so impervious. Undoubtedly, they're hoping to steal the Ansei wards. With the wards, Wafa and Alasan could become unimaginably powerful. It could be bad. Really bad. Even if we can't stop them, we have to try. We should get back to the palace and tell my father. Let's head south. There's a ladder leading up into the city. Go on and tell my father what they're planning. I'm going to call the guard to the vault.
Word has reached me of what happened at the Seraglio. I should have seen this coming. Please, tell me you found Prince Azar, and he is safe. I told Toda you'd come through. I had a feeling about you, right from the start. Tell me though, where is Azar? And was this the extent of the Withered Hand's plot? Or do they presently plan some further insult to my family and my kingdom? Blade's Edge. How could they? Would that actually work? If they get into the vault, they could steal the Ansei wards. And then, we must hurry. We have to stop them at all costs. I can take guards to the Impervious Vault, but we're going to need help from the Mages Guild. As much as I hate to admit it, only they know how to unseal the vault. Will you go to the guild for me, Wayfarer? When you reach the Mages Guild Tower, speak to Gabrielle. She understands the need for discretion. I will meet you at the Impervious Vault. Tawaka watch over you, Wayfarer. Let us hope we can keep the Ansei wards from falling into enemy hands. Of course. If you were not raised here, you would not know. The Ansei wards were created centuries ago, the first time necromancers threatened the people of the Alakir. They were created to protect us from the risen dead. Or perhaps the protections are not so evident. The Ansei wards maintain our covenant with Tuwaka. If we consecrate our dead, those dead cannot be raised. Thus, the Withered Hand can raise only unconsecrated corpses. Our priests perform the consecration ritual at funerals. But if the corpse is lost, This is not possible. Additionally, Satura was also fond of murdering people and raising them right away. I assume the Withered Hand is doing the same. It would be unthinkable. With the Ansei wards, the Withered Hand could raise our most honored ancestors. Legendary warriors who were heroes in life, but would be most terrible enemies in death. That is why they must be stopped.
I'm spent. Have you come to look over our books concerning the undead? Word has reached us that a blight has emerged from the waters surrounding the docks. I'm afraid our library doesn't contain any relevant literature, but please look over my other goods.
Isn't it pleasant up here? It's far above the dusts of the streets. The air is cooler. Between you and me, I think that's why mages build towers. Smart, huh? So, did you come up here for the atmosphere? Or do you have business with the guild? Are you joking? I've been wanting to take a crack at that place ever since I heard the name. Wait a minute. Did Simone put you up to this? Why would the king want to break into the vault? Necromancers? Ansei wards? Fascinating. Count me in. So we just need to break the seal? I know. Let's try this. Go to the bazaar and get Flamestock from Lucien and Worm's headcap from Nineveh. Then meet me at the vault. This could work.
An undead scourge shambles from beneath the waves, and the mighty Red Guards drop their swords. It's either folly or cowardice. I can't decide which is worse.
I'm afraid these aren't for sale at present. I'm cataloguing inventory for the Mages Guild. They're obsessed with acquiring books like these. You should speak to them if you haven't already. Membership certainly has its benefits.
Greetings! I sell the finest garments from Alakir and beyond. You'll need a fresh tunic if you're heading off into the dunes.
You look light on your feet. Have a look at my stock of armor. You might find something you fancy.
Cast your eyes over my wares. I swear by Tava's bright feathers, we've got everything you might need.
Only the finest wares here.
You'll need to bear more than water across the dunes. Why not make sure you have room for all that is needful?
You'll need a stout back to bear the weight of this armor. But you look like you're up to it. Have a look.
I foresaw your coming, strange one. In my vision, you bought many of my finest items. You don't want to buck the forces of prophecy, do you?
My countrymen prefer the simple elegance of the sword, but there is glory to be found in the bow and staff as well. If you have an eye for fine woodcraft, you'll want to see my stock.
The horses are restless. I think they sense the taint of necromancy better than we do.
I'm sorry, my friend, but my services are by appointment only.
Welcome to Ninabon's Emporium of strange and wonderful things. Can I interest you in a lizard-catching net? Or perhaps a trained lizard? Worm stalk caps. No, I don't. Lizards enjoy worm stalks, but they're also poisonous to them. Dead lizards don't sell, except in times of famine. There isn't a famine right now. Flame stalks. Tasty treats. They help with indigestion. For a lizard, at least. You're not a lizard. What do you need them for? For some spell with Gabrielle, I bet. And she doesn't even like lizards. Oh well, just take them. But she owes me. Oh, you must be Monkey. Yes, he is adorably large, isn't he? I'm afraid I spoil him. Only the best bugs are good enough for my monkey. He's quite smart, aren't you, Monkey? Quite a little smarty. Yes, it may seem odd, but it makes sense to me. From the time I could walk, I wanted a pet monkey. I pleaded and begged, but my father always refused. Monkeys are arboreal, he said. I still don't know what that means. One has to start somewhere. Monkeys are terrific. Everyone loves monkeys. And if I can't have a monkey, a lizard's the next best thing. You know, sometimes I wonder how my life would be different if my father had only given me a monkey.
Quality wear.
You'll need to bear more than water.
I'm sorry, my friend.
I've no idea what most of this is, but I'm fairly certain you can't find it in Alinor. Smells like profit.
Didaka is a wise man. Didaka purchases very shiny object for what he told is a great price. This one is wise indeed. And now, this one doesn't know, but it captivates Didaka's attention. Perhaps it is magical. Didaka knows. He was told by nice traveler. Traveler told this one that the shiny comes from ruins to the south. He showed Didaka on a map. Now Didaka shows you on a map.
Take your time and browse, my friend. I'm sure you'll find I have what you've always wanted. Ah, this is for Gabrielle, isn't it? She's a regular. In a city like Sentinel, we Bretons have to stick together. I have some in stock. You're welcome to them. Don't worry about payment. I know Gabrielle's good for it.
Aha, perfect. Say, though, you didn't happen to pick up a few giant's toes while you were at the bazaar, did you? That's fine. Giant's toes could make a bigger gap in the seal, but they're probably hard to find here anyways. These should do the trick, I think. Worm's head on top of the flame stalk, or flame stalk inside the worm's head. Oh, absolutely. It's only one person going in anyways. Without the giant's toes, I could only open the seal so far. Of course. Baharajad thinks that one person should be you. He wants to talk to you first, though. Go on up. Sure. I just need a minute to think about how exactly to word this. Gotta, gotta... Go on. I'll be right up.
If we are too late, the implications are unthinkable for all of Alakir. I've prayed to Tuatha, Stindar, and even Akatosh. Though I do not hold them sacred, I will pray to the Yokudan gods as well, just in case. Your hope is contagious, Wayfarer. I am pleased that your road has led you here. General Thoda is not a man of faith, but even he agrees your coming seems more than a coincidence. If only one of us can enter the vault, I think it should be you. I cannot adequately express my gratitude. You must be careful, though. Azar believes the Withered Hand is far more powerful than we realized. Uwafa and Alisan in particular. If you see either of them, I suggest you exercise extreme caution. I pray that we are not too late to stop the Withered Hand. And with the same breath, I thank the gods for guiding you here. Tuwaka watch over you, Wayfarer. Here comes Gabrielle. Are you ready?
Stand back, Your Majesty. I'm not sure how the vault will react. I hope this works. It worked. Go quickly. I don't know how long it'll stay open.
They've broken into the vault. Stop them, fools! Enough! Get the Onsei wards out, now!
You are not marked with the corruption of undeath, nor those that foster it. You are not aligned with them, are you? You sought to protect the wards? Praise Tuatha. That means there are still living those who oppose the menace of necromancy in the Alakir. Hearken closely then, for my spirit cannot abide here long. We sacrificed ourselves to create the wards, and through them we have protected the consecrated dead. But the wards have fallen into corrupted hands now, and we are powerless. Wards. I do not know. My sight is weakened, and my presence is tied to my ward. They have taken it far from here. That is why I am fading. Find the wards. Bring them. We will meet again.
That took longer than I hoped. It's hard to be patient when I know the fate of my kingdom is at stake. Tell me you have good tidings. Or did they escape with the Ansei wards? Damn it all! Voda said Satura's sons were dangerous. That's certainly true now. With the Ansei wards, they can raise an army faster than I can. We have to stop them. We have to send Uafa and Alisan to join their father in oblivion. I've done everything in my power to avoid calling on the Ashaba, but I no longer have a choice. We must have their help to recover the Ansei wards. I would avoid contacting them directly, however. Will you be my envoy, Wayfarer? Thank you. Most of the Ashaba live together, wandering the desert, going gods know where. Track them down, and tell their leader Marima that the Alakir needs him again. We need the Ashaba to fight the Withered Hand. The Ashaba often spend this season camping at Morwas Bounty to the south. God's willing, perhaps they are still there. Marima sent his daughter to warn me of the Withered Hand. They wanted to help. I regret that I turned them away. I hope I needn't remind you to keep this quiet. Rumors will spread about the Withered Hand, but we should try to keep the theft of the Ansei wards a secret. I have many political enemies who would try to turn this to their advantage. Of course it will. But what am I to do? Allow my public image to endanger the kingdom? Sometimes a king cannot save his face and his people at the same time. Still, I would prefer we not shout our plans from the rooftops.
My father told me someone would come.
You approach the camp of the Ashaba. Wait.
I recognize you from Faharajad's palace. He would not listen to us. And now, we all pay for his stubbornness. Faharajad sent you to ask for our help? Now? The nerve of this king. Well, if you seek my father, you should know he and many other of our warriors are extremely ill. Some are dead. Our water was poisoned. I suspect it was the necromancers, the withered hand, but it is of little importance now. All that matters is finding the ingredients for the antidote. If my father dies, there is no Ashaba for the king to call upon. Will you help me then? Come quickly then. Meet me at my tent in the camp.
What did I miss?
Stay back, Wanderer. You are welcome to our camp, but our chief is not entertaining guests. Like so many of our warriors, he has been poisoned. Only his daughter may disturb his rest. The king has waited too long. So many warriors have died, and Marima holds on to life by a thread. We will answer the king's call to the best of our ability, but I fear we can do very little. You should speak to Talia if you haven't already.
Here. I've marked on your map where my father says we can find the ingredients. Lead the way.
That should come in handy.
I will see my fallen brothers and sister avenged, even if it is the last thing I ever do. My father has been chief of the tribe for 26 years. We would not know what to do without him. Who would have believed the withered hand would poison our water? We must hurry. So many Ashaba have already died. That's everything. Meet me at my father's tent. Please, Father. There must be some way.
You must accept this, Talia. My time has come. Go. Prepare the potion. I must speak with our guest.
I do not like this, but I will do as you say, Father.
You are welcome to our camp. We are usually generous hosts, but under the circumstances, I hope you understand. You have seen, of course, the tribe is weak, and I am soon to return to the sand. Another must fulfill the sacred duty of the Ashaba. That other is you. It has been foreseen. Yes, there can be no doubt. The Withered Hand, we have never faced such a threat. But it is our duty to stop them. You must become one of us. You must become an Ashaba. Then, you must stop the Withered Hand. There is a ritual. My daughter, I told her the ingredients were for an antidote. But she knows now. They are for your initiation. There's not much time. You must decide. Are you willing to join us to become an Ashaba? I understand your hesitation, but whether you join us or not, defeating the Withered Hand is your destiny. By becoming Ashaba, you are simply fulfilling our duty by doing what you are already destined to do. Nothing further is expected. Thank you. You move a great weight off of the heart of a dying man. The future of our tribe, our honor, depends on you fulfilling our duty and fighting the Withered Hand. My daughter is not happy right now. She's as stubborn as her mother was. But death will not be stayed. Be assured, though, Initiate, after you complete the trial, she will help you fight the Hand, if you wish. That is good. I believe she has finished mixing the potion for your initiation. Speak to her when you are ready to begin the trial. May Tuwaka guide your path, Initiate. Always.
The chief is gravely ill. I fear Tuwaka may claim him soon.
The great man lies dying over there, and he has put all his faith in you. I hope it is not misplaced. I have finished mixing the potion for your initiation. Whenever you are ready, we can begin the trial. Very well. Then here it is. Go to the Mikada in the back of the tent and drink. Be prepared, Initiate. The potion will bring on a vision of the past. When the vision is over, you will know what it means.
Samir. Samir, rouse yourself. Or do you want to miss the battle? Samir, my brother. Finally you stir. Did you drink too deeply from the starry well last night? This is unlike you. Quickly, pull yourself together. We can afford no idle time today. Morwaz, mercy. Maybe you took a head bump too. Did you forget about the battle? The regatta will drive these evil elves from our lands for good. I am to fight at your side today, brother. Tell me you still feel up to it. Now there is the Samir I know. Sometime you will have to tell me what has befallen on this last night. A story of wildness, I am sure. Come now, though. Our father prepares to address the regatta. He is expecting us. Samir, I am really starting to worry. Have you been ensorcelled? The year is 853. Our father is King Jaqwan, come from old Yakuta to settle here in the Alakir Desert. I hope this is starting to sound familiar. Blade's Edge, I am sorry. You are the crown prince, but I am your brother, and I was worried. Please tell me you are all right. I've been looking forward to this battle for weeks, but Father will not let me fight unless you lead the way. Because they do not want us here. Our people came across the sea from old Yakuta to settle here, but these elves, the Koralanya clan, they will drive us from these shores. We are making our stand today, letting them know we are here to stay. Yashaba? These people I do not know. Are they also elves? If we must, we will kill them too. I need you to focus though, Samir. Focus on the battle today. We should hurry to hear Father's speech. Praise the gods. It would not be proper if we were not present when Father makes his speech. He is very likely starting to worry about us himself.
Regatta, you all know that the elves are outside our walls. These infidels call us barbarians. They would drive us from this land. But what the elves do not know is that Rupka himself guided us to these shores. He decreed that the Alakir would be our home. Today, the infidels will see the strength of the Shahai. Ansi will guide our blades. Today, the sands will run red with elven blood. You look strong, Samir. My heart is proud. I believe this will be a day of destiny for you and your brother. If we wish to remain here, we must cleanse the land of these elves' taint. Yes, and much of the glory for this victory will go to you and your brother. I send you forth as my champions to slice through the elves' ranks and find their leader. You will cut off the snake's head, and then the body will wither and die. Yes, it is a great honor and a great responsibility. You have proven your valor time and again, Samir. I know you will succeed and clear the way for our people's future. Go now, and go with the gods, my son. You have my blessing. I know you will be victorious, my son. May Ansi guide your blade.
Give me a moment, Samir. I must make my offering to Ansi. Come to my tent when you are ready to enter the battle. Our deeds today will be remembered for generations to come, brother. Lead on. Look at the walking bones. Spells have no shame.
Too late, Samir. Your father is dead. Even worse, some elven necromancer. He turned your father into an abomination. The necromancer slew your father and then reanimated his corpse. It is the most terrible thing I have ever seen. He is lost. There is nothing to be done for it. Samir, you must not go in there. You would have to strike down your own father. As darkly as these events have transpired, our laws remain sacred. Your father is honored dead. Harm his remains, and you dishonor yourself. Yes, there is no other choice to be made. I know your father would not want us to abandon our new home here, but he could not have foreseen this. He would not have us break the sacred law. You must not even consider such a thing.
We should discuss this, Samir. Come with me. Fate has dealt us a cruel hand, my brother. I agree with you. Father would not want us to flee our home. Do we dishonor ourselves? To kill him would mean exile, but I am willing to do this if you command. Because it is clear that one of us must make this sacrifice. You are in line to become king now. If you strike our father, you would be throwing all of this away. For me, there is not as much at stake. Just speak the command and I will go, brother. No! No, please! I beseech you to reconsider this decision, Samir. I cannot bear to see you exiled. What will I do? I am not sewn from the same cloth as you and father. I am not meant to be king.
Oblivion take you!
Now you will die.
Why, Samir? Why? You have broken the most sacred tradition of the kingdom. Nothing can justify such sacrilege. The law is clear, Samir. Exile. You must leave here now and never return. Good. Then there is nothing more for us to discuss. Let us hope your brother learns to listen to my counsel, and to make better decisions than you have.
It is done then? I would not have such courage. In my mind, you are a hero for what you have done. No, you deserve to be honored for your actions. But the Vizier says that by law, you must be exiled instead. I don't know what to do. Your courage, your humility. You should be king, not I. I'm sorry. I suppose I must stop acting like a child and accept my responsibility. Whatever happens, though, your sacrifice will never be forgotten. I love you, my brother.
Welcome back. You were gone for longer than I expected. I trust you walked in the steps of Prince Samir of Yath and experienced the events that led to his exile? He was. Samir went on to start a family and a tribe in exile. They wandered the desert as nomads and became known as the Ashaba. Hakmir became king and ruled peacefully until years later, when he again faced the threat of necromancers and undead. The colony from Yath would have fallen, but Samir led his tribe against the necromancers and their army of risen dead. The Ashaba accepted the dishonor of fighting the dead to save the kingdom. So it has been ever since. You have now witnessed the first sacrifice, and you know that true honor need not be named. You are one of us. You are Ashaba. We will recognize you as our sister, and together, we will uphold the sacred duty of our tribe. Yes, the words have been spoken. Normally, my father would conduct a small ceremony and speak the words, but his spirit moved on while you were unconscious. His last request was that you and I would destroy the Withered Hand. There is little we can do to help our fellow Ashaba here now. So we should do as my father wished. We should dedicate ourselves to destroying the Withered Hand. They killed my father. I will enjoy the opportunity to even the score. There is a place to the northeast, a sacred place called Tuwaka's Throne. It is a place of quiet and of honor. Many, many heroes have been laid to rest there. I worry what would happen if the Withered Hand were to go there. I must see to the consecration of my father's remains. It would be disrespectful to do otherwise. Go on to Tuwaka's Throne. Look for an Ashaba named Ramati. I know these sands well. I will catch up with you soon enough.
As Daddy's chair. Go! Good.
What do you think you'll make with that?
pathetic attempts to save this world amuse me.
For glory!
The skins of those you love will fly as my banners.
This is a great area for harvesting.
They will pay for what they have done. Satakar's wrath, Wayfarer. Unless you want to wade through an army of undead, go no further. These dogs, the Withered Hand, they seized control of Tuwaka's throne, and now they are raising the consecrated dead. How is this even possible? The Ansei wards, stolen. There is no way. The impervious vault. How? This does explain how they raise the consecrated dead, though. It also explains why Tuwaka is so angry. He speaks to me. He says the temple must be cleansed, and now. Oh, Tuwaka will do the cleansing. We must only clear the way. If you will help me light the sacred braziers, Tuwaka will send his breath to help us destroy the Withered Hand and return the dead to the sand. For each direction the wind blows, there is a brazier. Light the first 3 and meet me at the west brazier. I will light that one. Then we will light the central brazier together, and soon see Uwafa and his Withered Hand destroyed. We do not know. There is no record of used. All I can recall is reading that it is supposed to help cleanse the temple and return the dead to their rest. Uncertainty is part of the fun, though, right? This man is very dangerous. He is the leader of these Withered Hand dogs. He offered me the chance to leave peacefully. I wanted to protect my fellow priests, but we could not surrender Tuwaka's sacred ground without a fight. We do not know. There is no record of these defenses ever being used. All I can recall is reading that it is supposed to help cleanse the temple and return the dead to their rest. Uncertainty is part of the fun, though, right? Tuwaka is the caretaker of the far shores. We will all visit him one day. The throne is the final resting place of our honored ancestors. Our heroes have been buried here for centuries. It is terrible that their rest has been disturbed.
This is not good. Not good at all. I've killed a skeleton or 2 in my day, but this is worse than that. We are going to need more Ashaba. You? I'm pretty good with faces, but I don't know yours. You must have just joined then. Either way, welcome to the tribe. It's good that you're here.
Do you understand why I am concerned? Some of the greatest heroes in history are buried here. Kings, queens, legendary warriors. If they've risen, it is a Ashaba duty to kill them, and that's not going to be easy.
There is. I maintain vigil here to ensure that certain ancient heroes, let's just say, if they're raised, that's a problem. With what's happened here, I need someone to check their graves. If they're up and about, they need to be put down. Thank you. This is no small thing, I ask, and I appreciate you stepping up. The 3 graves I need you to check belong to Armage Arena, Yokida Razul, and Queen Afsar. They changed the course of history. They deserve to rest now. I'll mark the graves' locations on your map. I'd go with you, but I have to watch and ensure they don't slip by. There are other Ashaba who can join you, though. You want one skilled in swordplay, or one who's adept at restoration magic? You're brave to cross blades with these heroes yourself. Don't worry, though. This man will ensure you do not fall. There are many heroes buried here, to be sure. But these 3 are the ones Ashaba scholars are most concerned about. They were extremely powerful in life, and scholars fear they could be extremely dangerous in death. Rena was an armiger in the Order of Diagna, who died in the final days of the Siege of Orsinium. She was born in the siege camp there, and spent her entire 26 years fighting the orcs. They say it was her sacrifice that brought us victory. Razul fought alongside Divad Hunding, leading the regatta to conquer Alakir. When the Natotambu and the Yokuden nobility came later, Razul made himself Yokida to cement the power of the regatta. Some call him the first forebear. Yes, she seized the throne the ancient way. Late in the First Era, the king died with no heir and the nobles squabbled over the throne. Afsar solidified her rule by killing the opposition. Despite its bloody start, her reign was very peaceful.
Are you a pilgrim? The throne is not safe for you today.